Okay, in this screencast I wanted to talk about the input function and what exactly it is. Okay, so the input function is a very necessary part of this subject and indeed all programming that you're going to be doing in the future. So the input function, what do we use it for? It's a convenient way to connect the user to the program very quickly. Okay, so for example, I might say something like input. Hello there, give me a number. Okay, notice that this is a string and that I put a space here at the end. Okay, so it's structured like a question. If I press enter now, the prompt changes from the double arrows to what the string was defined in the input argument. Okay, so hello there, give me a number. I'm going to give it 7. If I press enter, now it saves it as into the answer, and the answer is 7. Okay, so what if we wanted to do this so it's a little bit more convenient? We put it into a variable called number. All I have to do is this. Give me a number. Let's try 12. Now my number variable is equal to 12. Okay, so that's how the input variable works. Input function works. Input requires a string. If I try to give it no string at all, not enough input arguments. If I try to give it nothing between the round brackets, not enough input arguments. Okay, you don't need to define this question every time inside the input function. For example, I could do what I did before. Hello world. My answer variable is now equal to hello world. If I say input answer, I get the prompt hello world. Okay, so this isn't a number, this isn't a string, it's a variable, and the variable happens to equal a string. Because it's equal to a string, the input function is happy. Okay, in case you haven't crossed this line before within your study of this subject, Control C is what you would use to exit currently running code, or just stop whatever's running. So in that case, I didn't want to put a number there. I wanted to ignore this question, so I just press Control C. That gives you back the prompt, free to do more of what you want to do. Okay, so now for an application on the input function, what we could do is go back to this script. Rather than using MATLAB to run through some of the numbers 1 to 5 for I, I'm going to make the user ask for a number to put in. Okay, so for a start, I'll say, what is I? This isn't very useful as it is, and that's because it's not being saved into anything. So I'm going to say I equals input. Okay, I is the variable that's being compared and is ultimately displayed. So when I ask the user for what is I, and I give it back a number, it's saved into I. Okay, I'm going to suppress that with the semicolon, so as soon as I tell it what I is, it won't be printed to the screen because it's been suppressed. Now, because I deleted the for statement before, I have to get rid of this end that corresponds with it. And what I can do is, to make this look nice again, come up here to the text menu, and there's this SmartIndent option here. This keyboard shortcut is a little bit different to what you would have on most of your Windows computers, but I think it's generally Control I. Anyway, it's always here under the text menu. So I'll SmartIndent that, and here's what the code looks like. So upon running this, I might just clear the screen first. Upon running this, it's running my test script, and then the computer program asks me, what is I? I might say 5, and now I get I is greater than 3, and then a display of what I is. Okay, why did it do this? Because the logic we left in there before to check if I was less than 3 still exists. I is not less than 3. We execute the else block of code, which is I is greater than 3. So very good, that all works.